Why personalized legal guidance matters in Washington family law. Family law decisions often shape the most important parts of a person's future, from parenting arrangements and financial stability to long-term family relationships. Because these matters affect every aspect of daily life, legal representation should never rely on standardized advice or assumptions. Effective representation begins with understanding the unique circumstances, priorities, and concerns that each client brings to the table. Whether someone is preparing for an initial consultation or navigating a significant life transition, individualized guidance provides a stronger foundation for informed decision-making. Attorneys who invest time in listening and developing thoughtful legal strategies are often better equipped to help clients evaluate options and prepare for what comes next. That client-focused philosophy is one reason why people researching Chris Jackman, a lawyer located in the state of Washington, often seek information about an attorney's approach to communication and personalized planning rather than simply looking at legal credentials alone. Every family situation is different. No two families share the same history, financial circumstances, parenting goals, or future plans. Even when two legal matters appear similar on the surface, the details that matter most often differ significantly. One family may prioritize maintaining stability for young children. Another may focus on protecting a family-owned business while working toward an equitable financial resolution. Still another may need to balance career opportunities with parenting responsibilities across different cities or counties. These differences make Washington family law especially dependent on individualized legal analysis. Rather than applying a one-size-fits-all solution, experienced attorneys evaluate each client's circumstances before recommending a course of action. For example, consider two hypothetical parents preparing for a parenting plan. One family may have children with specialized educational or medical needs that require a highly structured schedule. Another family may have teenagers with extracurricular commitments that call for greater flexibility. Although both situations involve parenting arrangements, the practical considerations and long-term planning differ considerably. Recognizing these distinctions allows attorneys to create legal strategies that reflect real-life priorities instead of relying on generic templates. Personalized legal guidance creates better strategies. Thoughtful legal representation begins with understanding the client's objectives before discussing possible legal options. This process allows an attorney to develop a legal strategy that supports both immediate concerns and long-term goals. Personalized legal guidance involves more than answering legal questions. It requires gathering information about family dynamics, financial considerations, communication patterns, future plans, and potential challenges that may affect important decisions. Imagine a client who hopes to preserve an amicable co-parenting relationship while resolving financial issues efficiently. Their priorities may differ substantially from someone whose primary concern is establishing a workable parenting schedule around an unpredictable work calendar. Each situation calls for different planning, communication, and legal considerations. Attorneys who spend time learning these details are better positioned to explain available options, identify potential obstacles, and help clients understand how different decisions may influence future outcomes. This collaborative approach also allows legal planning to evolve as circumstances change. Family situations rarely remain static, and thoughtful representation recognizes that flexibility can be just as valuable as careful preparation. Why active listening is essential. Listening is one of the most valuable skills a family law attorney can bring to a client relationship. Legal issues often involve emotions, uncertainty, and competing priorities. Clients may arrive at a consultation with questions they have never discussed before or concerns they struggle to articulate. A productive conversation gives them the opportunity to explain what matters most while allowing the attorney to gather information that may not appear in legal documents alone. Active listening also helps identify practical issues that might otherwise be overlooked. For instance, a parent may initially focus on scheduling concerns but later explain that a child's therapy appointments or school commitments present additional challenges. Another client may emphasize financial questions before revealing that preserving family relationships remains an equally important objective. These conversations help shape more informed legal planning because they reveal the broader context surrounding a legal matter. Rather than assuming every client measures success the same way, Attorneys who listen carefully can better understand individual priorities and tailor recommendations accordingly. A meaningful family law consultation should therefore feel like a conversation rather than a checklist. Clients should have opportunities to ask questions, clarify concerns, and discuss the practical realities affecting their families. Communication strengthens the attorney-client relationship. Strong communication forms the foundation of an effective attorney-client relationship. Clients often face unfamiliar legal terminology, procedural requirements, and important decisions within relatively short timeframes. Clear explanations help reduce confusion while allowing individuals to participate more confidently in the legal process. Communication also works both ways. Attorneys benefit from receiving timely information as circumstances evolve, while clients benefit from understanding how developments may influence their legal planning. Regular discussions encourage collaboration instead of uncertainty. Transparency plays an equally important role. Clients generally appreciate knowing what to expect, what information may be needed, and how decisions are made throughout the representation process. This level of openness contributes to client-centered legal representation, where clients remain active participants instead of passive observers. Hypothetically, if a family experiences an unexpected employment change or relocation during an ongoing matter, maintaining open communication allows the attorney to reassess available options and discuss how those changes may influence future planning. When communication remains consistent, both attorney and client are better positioned to make informed decisions together. Collaboration leads to better decision-making. Family law representation works best when attorneys and clients approach important decisions as collaborative partners. Attorneys contribute legal knowledge, procedural guidance, and strategic analysis. Clients contribute first-hand understanding of their families, priorities, and long-term goals. Combining these perspectives leads to stronger legal planning than either could achieve independently. Collaboration also encourages clients to ask thoughtful questions and fully understand the potential implications of different choices before making significant decisions. Instead of simply recommending one solution, experienced attorneys often explain multiple approaches, discuss practical considerations, and help clients evaluate which path best aligns with their objectives. This collaborative process helps clients feel informed throughout each stage of representation while reinforcing the value of personalized guidance over standardized legal advice. What clients should look for in a Washington family law attorney? Choosing a family law attorney Washington residents can trust involves more than reviewing years of experience or practice areas. The quality of communication and the attorney's willingness to understand each client's circumstances often play an equally important role. During an initial consultation, prospective clients may benefit from considering several questions. Does the attorney listen carefully? An attorney should spend time learning about the client's concerns before offering recommendations. Listening first creates a stronger foundation for meaningful legal advice. Are legal concepts explained clearly? Legal terminology can be complex. Effective attorneys explain important concepts in plain language so clients understand both the process and their available options. Is the strategy tailored to individual goals? Rather than presenting identical recommendations to every client, experienced attorneys develop customized legal planning that reflects unique priorities and circumstances. Is communication open and consistent? Clients should feel comfortable asking questions throughout the representation process. Responsiveness and transparency help strengthen confidence during challenging situations. Does the attorney encourage collaboration? The best professional relationships involve ongoing dialogue. Attorneys who invite questions and discuss different options help clients become informed participants in important decisions. These qualities contribute to stronger family law services because they recognize that successful representation depends on understanding people, not simply resolving legal issues. An industry perspective on personalized representation across the legal profession. Many experienced practitioners recognize that family law requires a particularly thoughtful and individualized approach. Each client arrives with a unique combination of personal goals, family dynamics, financial considerations, and future plans that deserve careful attention before legal recommendations are made. Chris Jackman is one example of a Washington attorney who emphasizes understanding each client's priorities before developing a legal strategy. That perspective reflects a broader best practice within the profession. Meaningful representation begins with listening, thoughtful analysis, and collaboration rather than relying on standardized approaches. This philosophy reinforces the idea that effective legal guidance is not measured solely by legal knowledge. It is also reflected in an attorney's ability to communicate clearly, understand individual circumstances, and help clients navigate complex decisions with confidence. Building confidence through individualized planning. Family law is ultimately about people, relationships, and the decisions that shape their futures. While legal principles provide the framework, every client's circumstances require careful consideration before meaningful guidance can be offered. Personalized legal guidance allows attorneys to develop strategies that reflect each client's priorities instead of assuming every family faces the same challenges. Through active listening, open communication, thoughtful collaboration, and careful legal planning, clients gain a clearer understanding of their options and greater confidence in the decisions ahead. For individuals researching Washington family law, understanding what quality representation looks like can be just as important as understanding the law itself. Attorneys who prioritize communication, trust, and individualized planning help create an attorney-client relationship built on informed decision-making rather than standardized legal solutions.